What's up, everyone? It's Wolfgang back with another Dorkfish review. I apologize, guys. I've been away for a few, but I was feeling pretty sick. I'm better now, obviously. All is well. And ironically, on the day I'm feeling better and getting ready to do a review, this bad boy shows up. My Joker from Gotham by Gaslight by Mezco. And so we're going to hit this bad boy on the review, check him out, and see if he is as killer as he looks. Let's get to it. Alright, first thing we're going to start with is aesthetic before we get to anything else. And in terms of aesthetic, we're going to take these off because these are accessories. And we're going to talk about the figure. So, as far as the look goes, this figure is amazing looking in my eyes. I think he is so well done, so good looking. I am excited to have this figure in my collection. Anyone who knows me knows I am a huge Joker fan. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and start with the interchangeable heads. The first one, of course, being this one right here, the neutral frowning head. A fantastic sculpt, very reminiscent of the Man Who Laughs, even more so in the smile sculpt, which we'll look at here soon. But very well done. You can see the brow, you can see the details, the wrinkling in the face is done very well. Sorry, my hand's a little shaky there. The coloration is perfect. I have seen in some promo photos where some of the bleeding from the white goes into the hair and so forth. This one appears to be pretty spot on. So the only blemish, unfortunately, is the front of the nose. Seems to have a little bit of a speck of blemish there. Otherwise, the paint job seems to be nearly immaculate on this head, which I am very, very pleased with. You've got a little bit of pink shading in the ear. You've got, of course, the fading, or you've got the pink around the eyes, I should say. The green on the brow, the lips. I mean, the look, the face, the eyes. It's very, very well done. I'm very pleased with his head. Great head sculpt right here. It's just gonna fall over, it always does. So then you have a few different hands. Not even an even set amount of hands. Some really interesting interchangeable style hands I'm really pleased with for this figure. Like most figures, I very much so like to have hands that kind of match. You have your gripping hands, your action pose hands, your punching hands, blah, 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 for figures. But with this particular figure, it feels right that certain hands have certain things to them. So, you know, on the, what would be the right hand side of the body, our left watching the video, you've got the fisted hands, comes within the package. You have your gripping hand here for tool. The blood is so fantastic. You've got this powder white skin, and they have all the detail. And, you know, see if you can see all of it. And it's just so well done. But you've got the blood in the fingers. This is a gripping style hand. This hand in particular is for a particular tool. It's kind of like a wood screw, or a cork wood screw. Very well done. I mean, look at the fingernails and everything. Just so well done on this one. You've got a stylized kind of posing hand, which is very, very cool. Very, very well done. Again, I like the pinkish powder look. It's somewhere between his skin being very pale and this extra added powder and makeup that I absolutely love. Of course, on this side, you've got a pointing finger. So very, very cool, very well done. Now, something to point out on this hand, on this particular hand side, as compared to yours, if you can see it, it has the ha-has carved into it, and that's not just paint, that's actually tooled into the hand and then painted with the blood. So very, very cool. It's across all of the hands. I think, you know, obviously each one's painted a little heavier or lighter in certain cases, so the ha-has are kind of heavier or lighter, matching the fingers. A gripping hand here, different style gripping for smaller tool on this finger or this hand here. You have kind of a clenching, looks like somebody, you know, throttling a choking hand here. The details in the palm are just excellent. And then, of course, again, I apologize for the shaky hand, but then you see the ha-has carved in and the fingernails. I mean, just so well done. This hand here in particular is meant for holding some other accessories, which I'll show you, the cards that come with him, and then one other stylized hand for just posing. Very, very cool. So we look at what else is on him and around him before we get to the tools. So you have his hat and his glasses. The glasses just clip right onto the face. The hat sits right on the head. So very well done. The jacket, of course, on him, which I think, I'm not sure what material it is or what the scrap material is. Not velvet. I think it's felt. I'm not sure what it is, but it's very, very soft, very good material. I like the look of it. I like the design. I think they did very well putting it together. The next thing to really look at is this trunk here, which is fantastically put together. Look at the corners, look at the top. It's got the buckles, it's got everything to hold it together. The beveling, it is so well done. The hinges on the back, which even look accurate and properly. You know, the hinges sometimes on these things can look a little cheap or wrong, and they did really good with keeping the hinging in it in line. You see almost a tagging on the front right there, underneath where that should be, and then a clip joint right there, like a real old school case. And when you open it up, you've got room for where your tools should be inside. Again, I apologize very quick, my hand keeps shifting and going off to the wrong side, but you've got this area inside where you can put the tools and they fit and they carry comfortably. It opens very smoothly, closes very smoothly. It's very cool. Put that down. So we're gonna look at the tools right quick. We have, and I don't know what all these tools are. I'm assuming it's like a hodgepodge of different tools from different things. So this kind of clip thing, this clamp thing, I would, assume like a dentistry style thing. I'm not really sure. It opens, it hinges, which is amazing. You've got this hatchet style. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's super cool. I mean, the detail. Pull it back up and look. The detail on the handle and the blood and rust on it is so cool. You've got this blade here, which is so fine, so hard to get these details in. But the handle, you see the 2 dots on the handle each side. You've got a knife here. I'm not even sure what kind of knife that is. You've got kind of I think this is like an old bone saw, I think. Like you would have seen in like some of the World War II where they're taking bodies off, and I think it's like ha-has scratched into it, I think. I'm not really sure. It's kind of a little indiscernible, but also pretty cool. The rust and blood. You've got this kind of hook tool. Try to expose as much of it as possible for you. It's such a cool tool. This goes in tangent with one of the hands, the one that you'd see on the right hand side, where the fingers fit around, which I may demonstrate, I don't know. But the fingers fit around and everything. It's kind of reminiscent of a wood screw tool. Kind of you put in a drill bit that screws a hole in wood. So I think that's what that is. You've got this kind of hook item here. And you've got this smaller blade right here. And again, all of them look really, really well done. The coloration, kind of you got the blood, but also you've got this rust kind of color to it. So it looks like it's stained with, and it's got this old amount of blood on it. I really, really like the tool set. It's a wide range. It's not something that's just a few things here and there. It's really cool, really stylized. You have these cards that fit in the card holding hand. I'll probably have some pictures of him holding some of these cards. It's gonna be a little more tricky to get out, but you see here's one of the cards it holds. It has a bat on the front. Pardon the shadows here. Kind of on the back, you see like some stylization to the back of the card. Each card is like that. This one has on it a heart, which is pretty cool. So kind of like the surgeon. It's a Jack the Ripper theme. So Jack the Ripper was known, I should say known, I mean in terms of the gruesome things that Jack the Ripper did, was known for having at least potentially some knowledge of human anatomy, if not an extreme amount of knowledge of the human anatomy. So Jack the Ripper was really, really good at, especially in later killings, harvesting and slicing apart body parts. Gruesome stuff, real world stuff, but in terms of the figure, it fits the mold, fits the theme. And then this Joker right here. Now this Joker card, I would have to find, I got everything packed up because I'm moving, so I would have to, in retrospect, find and do a throw up against it. But this Joker card is actually something reminiscent from the Dark Knight. And I have a pack of cards that goes with a bullet head Heath Ledger Joker. And this particular Joker card shows up in the Dark Knight and is in that pack of cards, so it could be an homage to that. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't think I've ever seen that before otherwise, but you can stylization on the back on all of them. You have the green scarf. And of course, Joker's color scheme. You've got the purple and green. And then you have this, I'm not sure, I don't remember what it's called, that it goes over the top around you, and butchers use it to keep themselves clean. I love it. It's a beautiful brown. The straps look fantastic, but then you also have the blood spotting on it, and it looks so good. It looks just like blood spotted all over it. It's very well done. Of course, when we look at the figure himself, bring him closer, you've got the hat, which fits fairly snugly on there. I saw some people who complained about their hat not fitting properly, and I will say the hat fits fairly snugly on mine. Some people actually posted and said, oops, my bad, I had it on backwards. There is a point to it, if you can see. Make sure that you're putting the point forward. That fits on his head. And then the glasses here, which glasses actually, while they're reminiscent of the era they're from, kind of remind me of Hugo Strange. They have that Hugo Strange feel to them, that vibe, if you will. So the glasses are very, very well done. The green, except the little hook parts. It attaches very well to the ears. It stays right on them. And then lastly, besides the jacket, which we'll get a quick, nice length to, very well done, looks good, is the head. And oh my God, this head sculpt. If you have not seen The Man Who Laughs, if you don't know anything about the Joker, that is where he comes from. And this head sculpt is so, I'll throw up pictures, or I'll find a picture online and put it there, but it's so spot on and it's so well done. My hairline looks so good. The paint is amazing. I'm very, very happy. The grin, fantastic. The brow, the cheeks, the teeth, the eyes, the gaze, it looks amazing. I am very, very happy with this head sculpt. This is exactly why I love Mezco, is when they hit it out of the park. And for me, this head sculpt is an out of the park hit. So that being said, that is accessories though, and we are about to jump into articulation. Right quick, we were talking about accessories. I do want to talk about the jacket, and I just wanted to point out how it has 3 snaps. They are very well in place, they hold very well. But something I didn't know about the figure until I opened up the jacket is it has these flaps right here, which can hold some of your tools and so forth on the inside of the jacket. Very cool, depending on the kind of posing picture you're wanting to do. I'm very ecstatic with that. I like it. The jacket still think looks fantastic closed, but man, if you wanted to do a reveal with a weapon, you could easily do that. So something cool to look. Alright, and so getting into articulation, anyone who has this figure or anyone's familiar with Mezco, especially their suited characters, will recognize this body or know this buck already. It was used as well for Harvey Dent, this particular tooling version. It's a much better version of the original .10 or whatever they would want to call it of this body that was used for the original 3 Jokers, for John Wick, Black Mask. I'm trying to think, I don't think there was too many other figures that use this body, but this is kind of a retooled version. I say retooled, it's pretty much the same, but they've worked a little in the joints. They flow a little better. They hold a little better, in my opinion. The only biggest difference that I've noticed from articulation is the head. So we're going to start with the head, which is, instead of one neck and head joint together, it's a double ball peg. So The head can, now because of the size of the head and the neck and everything, it doesn't look up all that much. So it looks forward, looks down. Of course, you can turn properly, you know, move his head around, all that good stuff, right? Then you have the shoulders, which are pretty standard. They can come out to a T-pose. Actually, you know, a little higher than a T-pose. You can get about that far, which is nice. I like that cuff. I didn't even talk about that, but I like the cuff. You can get far about that back. It's the bend is at the elbow. There is no bicep swivel. Bends a little more than 90 degrees. Swivel. Keep in mind that this is going to vary very much compared to when he has the jacket on. Jacket's a little thicker, going to be a little less wiggle room. Has the regular hinge and peg for the wrist, right? Both wrists, everything of course is the same. Diaphragm, pretty far back, all things considering. Pretty far forward, all things considering. A little bit of a swivel rotation room, very nicely done. Of course, the same kind of thing done in the lower portion of the torso at the hips. So very nicely done. These are stretchy too, just so you know, so if it slides down, you can actually pull them right back up. You won't have much fight, which is good. Leg-wise, kicking forward all the way, very, very well done. Back, not so much. You've got what it feels like is a butt back there, catching that. You've got your thigh cut, your double jointed knee. The boot you see here rotates. You've got a little bit of pivoting in the boot, so not a lot. He can kick his own arse. So very good there. So overall, articulation is not bad. There's some things that definitely improved on with this buck that I'm very happy with, and there's some things that are like, you know, it's still a product of what this body is. But overall, articulation-wise, I think he's very well done. So right quick, once I get him standing, boom. All right, so we're gonna look at him in size comparison next to a few different figures. So let's do that. All right, and in terms of size comparison, we got a few different figures to lay out here. First, I want to start with a couple of other Jokers. One of them being under Mezco, the MDX Joker right here for size comparison. Get him in there. And the SSR Joker sold by VC Toys. Want to get him in there so that you can see a kind of height comparison there. And he's kind of this, looks like he's in between. He looks like he's just a little bigger than the MDX Joker, but not quite as tall as the SSR Joker. There they are, all are holding their favorite cards together. Get these two out of here. We also want to put them next to a couple of other Mezco figures in comparison, just to kind of get an idea, hopefully, as the new Batman comes out, size-wise, what we're kind of going to be looking at. I know it's not going to be 100% accurate, but I have this Batman here, the gold and black suit, MDX. I want to say it's MDX. I could be wrong. I don't think it is. I don't remember what it was, but it's this black and gold suit. And then I want to do a custom Ra's al Ghul for a Mezco body, which I have right here. I'll put next to, which kind of makes sense because Ra's al Ghul, as many years has been around, and a story like this might have met the Joker. I don't know. All I'm saying is they kind of line up, kind of nice. I like the size comparison. Even with the Batman, I think he looks really good. Like I said, even this, I don't really see it where the head is as big as it looks in some of the photos that have been done before. So that's that with other Mezcos. But if we're looking at other lines, maybe we'll look at a Marvel Legend. And if we do look at a Marvel Legend, we might look at, oh, I don't know, someone a little bigger like Thanos, the comic accurate Thanos right here. Or we'll look at something like, oh, I don't know, we're gonna say, just because I have them laying around, Black Panther. Now keep in mind, I know that these are not exactly in scale, but they're not bad. Got those two next to each other, a little bigger, it looks like the Black Panther, although he's a little bit hunch. Thanos, of course, way much bigger. But one other figure, just because of the kind of look and era they're going for, I had to put in here with him is, of course, maybe someone I'll use in pictures as like a henchman. But the Marvel Legends build a figure, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde right here behind Joker. Looks like a pretty mean associate. A nice size comparison there. So we can adjust this so you can see it. Boom. So there you see those two next to each other. And what a huge difference. But he fits in pretty good scaling with Mezco and Marvel Legends. So I'm quite happy with that. So that is him. So I have to go back to I have to go down to my final verdict on this guy, or I shouldn't even say final verdict, it's my final thoughts. I think he is a very, very well put together figure, and very, very pleased with him. I think Mezco really outdid themselves, and I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with, I don't know, the new Batman from Gotham by Gaslight. I mean, the accessories that are already coming with that figure are fantastic, so I'm really hoping they blow us away with that. That being said, this is, I think, if you're a Joker fan, a must-have, and if you're a Jack the Ripper fan, an excellent figure. But all in all, just to have the accessories and everything is such a cool figure and very well done. It moves well, poses well. I'm going to get some good pictures to throw up there with the video. I suggest them. I suggest if you don't have them, go out and get them. He shouldn't be too hard to get right now, but of course I figure a figure like him will climb, especially when that Batman hits shelves. So that being said, guys, my name is Wolfgang. I do appreciate that you've watched this video. I do hope that you like, share, subscribe. Keep watching for more videos in the near future. Once I get moved, I'll be posting a bunch more on average. So in the meantime, guys, you take it easy, and I'll catch you on the flip side.